I mean, I to be honest, I'm not surprised that you liked the Snyder Cut, Zach. Just like immediately, considering that you do like Man of Steel, and it's probably one of the worst superhero films I've ever watched.
Oh, you're looking for a smack virtual one. Like that is
I
like
did not enjoy that film.
I don't understand how people cannot like that.
Get Zach's wife's name out your fucking mouth. All right.
Your wife's. I'm not.
Let's not.
I'm
Oh,
not
we
aware
can't
it's-
not talk about it. Okay,
Yeah.
we can't not. It's gonna come up. How the
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
do
it,
you?
yeah.
How the fuck do you get
We've
away
danced
with
around it.
assault and then just get up and accept an award? Like, why is that a thing that's just allowed?
Well, I mean, if you're Roman Polanski, you can get away with
Okay.
40 years. I think a slap across 45
Okay.
minutes, that's nothing.
But in the same show? I mean, it's a bit, like, immediate. Apparently they did tell him to leave. He said no, and they did nothing about it. It's like...
Because I remember, like, as the show was happening, seeing all the people on Twitter who were, like, in the audience and, like, taking pictures and videos, and then he was off with his publicist for a minute as they were chatting, and then it was all, like, the different angles of it.
How did... But, like... Just imagine... Sorry, imagine this. You get pulled over just at, like, a stop. They say, how fast were you going? You just say no and just drive off. And they just
Yeah.
let you. That's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. That's not how crimes work. What? Just... How? Did they know that he'd already won best? Because it's only supposed to be, like, one person that knows.
He had the reverse Uno card, and they were like, Will, please can you leave? And then he gave them the reverse Uno card, and they were like, yeah, no, that's fair enough. And then they just left.
That's just... That's insane to me.
I mean, like, he's no longer the Will Smith anyway. Like, if this happened in, like, the 90s, like, he would have done it and there would have been nothing. Like, I'm amazed it happened today where Will Smith is not king of the world like he once was anymore. Like, on star power alone, maybe, like, getting away with it, I don't think he's what he once was.
Look, like what I was really hoping from this year, because I heard that he was really good in King Richard. Like,
Very
I'd
good.
heard it since King Richard released.
Hell of a
So, like,
performance.
I was like, oh yeah, no, he's probably gonna win best actor. Like, easy, that's just happening. And that'll be the first time he decides, oh, I should take acting seriously again and not play Deadshot in Suicide Squad. And yet, like, that's he did that. His moment, and he did that.
Every few years, him and like a lot of comedic actors do have their one, like, where it's like, okay, this is my serious film.
That was, yeah,
Where it's like, okay, this is like the Oscar bait.
Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Did you see his thing when it didn't win, and he was like, right, I'm going to make so many bad films now, I'm never making a good one again.
That's the only right response right there.
Just give it a few months. He'll be cast in Oppenheimer. Like he'll be like the last announcement. Just Adam Sandler joins the cast.
I think Oppenheimer is becoming like jury duty. Like every single person is just like, you get your letter in the mail and it's like, oh shit, okay, I've got to come up, I've got to do my time, and then like,
It's
is there
like-
not a famous person who's not
Yeah.
in this?
So do you remember early 2017?
Well, a
when it
famous
was,
white
like-
person.
You have to think
Knives
about
Out.
Knives Out as well, yeah.
Yeah, like when that got first announced, it was like every character turned up. This is like the new version of it.
And now Knives
Yeah.
Out 2 is literally like 50 people.
Yeah.
Is that one coming straight to Netflix?
Yeah, straight to Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix and cinema, I think.
I think it'll only do cinema if it gets like some award buzz. I don't think it will.
Because wasn't the first one by Warner Bros? Or am I wrong on that front?
It might be still in collaboration with.
It might be. Yeah.
It just might be a Netflix exclusive thing.
I can't imagine it's Warner Bros. Because if it was Warner Bros, there's no way they'd have given it to Netflix. It would go straight to HBO Max. Like that'd be a big heavy hitter for them. So I imagine it's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was Universal, maybe Paramount. I don't know.
Fuck knows.
Fuck
Either
knows.
way, it's that slap is just insane. And then Zach, you've just informed me literally like before we started that Louis C.K. won a Grammy last night. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
After he admitted everything.
I like how for the first episode of this show we're trying to make it as universal as possible, so we're avoiding any controversial topics. We're just keeping it very
Okay,
plain.
I
very
don't
vanilla.
think talking about an assault that happened that literally everyone witnessed, and talking about Louis C.K., the most cancelled comedian I think I've ever seen in my life, winning a
I
I meant more.
Grammy is-
I meant more discussing Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh
but-
yeah, I mean,
We're gonna look back on this in like 5 years and think, Jesus Christ, that's what they opened it with: a Snyder debate and a goddamn discussion of
Look,
these bloody award shows.
this is
What
gonna
have we-
happen.
What has happened?
What else is there? Like, we're a fucking whole week out now from the Oscars. We can't talk about who won. Do we think it was a good thing that like?
I
fucking-
thought Benny C had it in the bag for Best Actor. I don't know why. Everything around that, with all the other awards it was winning and all these other stuff, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah,
I
just
really
knew
thought he was
had
gonna win
go
that.
out there.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of only like immediately thought Cruella's gonna win costume, and I'm glad it did.
That
It's
for
very
me was huge upset. I think Dune should have won that. Like,
What, for costume?
yeah, for costume, like the shit they were.
Dune
in
won
those
everything
films.
else, so you can't be that mad.
Yeah, but I just think that's one of the ones that for me I'd have given it to. Just that opening scene where it's like the fucking Emperor's people turn up, and it's like, what are you wearing? Like, that's a fishbowl like under a hood, and it works. Like, that's never seen this before, but it's beautiful.
You gotta think of the
Whereas
amount.
Corella
Of,
was some very nice dresses.
yeah, the amount of she had is just, and they're beautiful.
It's weird though with Dune because it won like most of the technical categories, yet then he was not nominated as director when he's like the one that brought it all together. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems odd. And I mean, I don't know. There's the whole auteur argument and who is, who isn't,
Yeah.
and does it even exist? But I don't know. He's
saw-
got a hell of a filmography. He's pretty close to it if there is one.
I saw Jack Howard getting very mad about the fact, like every time it was like, yeah, just look at how many awards it's winning, and the director didn't get one nomination,
Yeah.
not even a nod, not even a wink.
I think they'll do it when part 2 comes out. They'll do like a Return of the King style legacy award. Like, look what you put together for both of them. Or maybe if they do a part 3, like, that's when he'll get the win. It's like, yeah, you've earned your dues. Like,
Yeah, because in all the acceptance speeches for Dune, like I think every single person was like, "Anthony, thank you so much." This that, and the other, like all under your guidance and whatnot. So I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Corella, but when they showed the little stuff after it won, it looked incredible. Those dresses.
She's very nice.
yeah.
And I really, when she walked on stage and did it, like, it was just very clear. It felt like my nan accepting an award on stage. It was just lovely. She was like, "Oh, this is nice, isn't it?" Oh,
I love it when people just appear like, "Oh, I just stumbled into the Oscars."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've got an award. Thank you.
just
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
nice, lovely.
I was just walking through, just popped in.
Just popped in.
Also,
Back
I
down
only
second.
just realized who Questlove was until like very late, probably like a couple of days ago. He's the guy who runs the band on Jimmy Fallon show, and he's the one that won the best documentary.
Really?
Oh, him.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, he seemed like a cool guy. He was the one where, is it when he was giving his acceptance speech, Now TV,
yeah,
like,
just
shut down? Yeah.
immediately, which
Oh,
felt like
come
it
on.
should have happened maybe a little bit, just like 5 minutes earlier.
Why did it shut
Why?
down?
It just
Was he
cut
being
off.
rude?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, it just cut out. Yeah,
Oh.
no, it was just a signal issue. Because then when it came back with like a little ABC logo in the corner.
Ah, I see.
And so it was like, oh, they've clearly gone, shit, which is the strongest stream? Yoink.
Oh, they had a lot of issues with that stream, like towards the end. I don't know how it. Like, I don't think I've watched an Oscars where it cut out that much.
Last year's was okay. I thought last year's was pretty
I haven't
decent.
watched
one,
last year.
but
I actually forgot it was on last year.
last year's was good.
I like last year's because the way Steve Young was just like, he just looked so polite. He was there in that suit, especially when they did like the red carpet bit beforehand. The way he just looked so polite.
Yeah, last year's was more fun than last year's was more fun than this year as well, because it was like, I was happy if anything won. Like, everything last year was great, whereas this year it was like, I don't know.
Was it last year where they, in like the goodie bags for the guests, they gave them all like NFTs or something?
Oh no.
I
And
swear
then they
there was
made fun of
something.
them at this one.
I mean, you got a piece of Scotland if you came to this one,
Yeah.
which is Christ. These people will never touch Scotland, but you own a piece of it.
I mean,
Fair enough.
highlight of the show was Spielberg looking like a proud mum.
Yes.
Picture of like Coppola and everyone.
Oh.
That and Scorsese asleep during Lose Yourself. Those are like my two favourite moments of the last 2 years.
Oh.
I mean, next year it's going to be